Welcome to Scone Baking Beyond. Hi, I'm Kathy, and I enjoy making scones, muffins, cookies, and all sorts of delicious baked goodies. The other day, I wanted some chocolate chip cookies. So while I was at the store getting my chocolate chips, I saw this wonderful assortment of pumpkins. And I thought to myself, why make plain chocolate chips when I can make pumpkin chocolate chip cookies? So today, I'm sharing with you my recipe on these soft and chewy pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. They have a hint of pumpkin pie spice and they're full of milk chocolate chips. So let's bake. The first thing we want to do is cream our butter and our sugar. So I have 1 cup of butter and it's at room temperature, so it's nice and soft. Put that in my bowl here. But before I add the sugar, anytime I'm going to have spices in my cookies, I always add my spices now. So I have 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. And what I want to do actually is I want to get that into my butter and really make a compound butter first, and then I'll add the sugar. So I'm just going to put this on medium speed until it's just combined. Okay, now that the cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice are blended into the butter, and basically I've made a compound butter, it's time to add the sugar. I have 3/4 cups of castor sugar, or also known as superfine sugar. I like adding castor sugar to all my cookies because it gives a finer texture to our cookies. So that's 3/4 cups of castor sugar and 1 cup of light brown sugar. And I'm going to cream that with the butter until it's light and fluffy. And that takes about 3 to 5 minutes to really get it nice, light, and fluffy. So while our butter and sugars are creaming right now, it's time to put together our dry ingredients. So I have here 2 cups of unbleached flour. I have 1 cup of whole wheat pastry flour, and I like adding whole wheat flour to all my baked goods, but I use whole wheat pastry flour because it's a little lighter in texture. So 1 cup of whole wheat pastry flour. I have 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of salt. And I'm just going to whisk this together till it's all mixed up. And then we'll set this aside and put it into our cookie batter. Okay, it's been about 3 minutes and I want to show you kind of what this looks like. It's nice and light and fluffy. So now it's time to add our eggs. We want to add them 1 at a time. And if you just actually pour one in, 1 egg yolk and 1 egg white will actually just plop in there. I put this on low until the egg is totally combined. And then it's time to add the second egg. And we'll stop our mixture to get everything scraped back down. And keep this on low until it's totally combined. Okay, it's totally combined. It's time to add 1 cup of pumpkin, and this is just canned pumpkin. So 1 cup of pumpkin and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Put this in here, mix it up on medium-low speed until it's just combined. Okay, the pumpkin is totally combined in there. So now it's time to add our flour. I'm going to add a little bit at a time and then keep this on very low speed. I'm going to scrape it down. Make sure it's all getting mixed in there. This is how easy these cookies are to make. There we go. Okay, it's totally combined. Look at that. Doesn't that look wonderful? That's going to taste so good. Wonderful pumpkin, the cinnamon in there, the pumpkin pie spice. There we go. Now it's time to get this batter off of here. Get the batter off the beater. Say that 3 times really fast. Batter off the beater. There we go. And now it's time to add our chocolate chips. So what I have here is 12 ounces of milk chocolate chips. And I find that milk chocolate chips taste better with pumpkin rather than your semi-sweet or bittersweet chocolate chips. So I use milk chocolate chips. Throw those in there and just get them all mixed up. And these cookies are just going to be loaded with these chocolate chips. I'll take this off of here so I can show you what this looks like in here. Oh, that's going to be so good. Oops, back there. There we go. All right, that's ready. Move this off to the side. And now I have a parchment lined baking sheet, and I always line my baking sheets with parchment paper because when I take my cookies or any other baked goods out of the oven, I always want to make sure I take them off the baking sheet so that the bottoms of the cookies or baked goods don't cook any longer than they already have. I have a number 40 scooper, which is just under 2 tablespoons. I like using a scooper because it controls the quantity in which I scoop out, and it makes all the cookies nice and uniform. So I'm going to put on here 12 cookies. So it's just under 2 tablespoons per cookie, and I space them about 2 inches apart. So I'll get about 12 cookies on my baking sheet. There we are. Now I'm going to put these in my preheated oven. I preheated it to 375 degrees, and I'm going to cook them for 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, it's been 11 minutes, and my cookies are nice and golden brown, and they'll look a little underdone, but that's okay. They will be done. So you're just looking for a little nice golden brown around the edges and on top. So the first thing I want to do is get these cookies off this baking sheet. So I take the parchment and the cookies and slide them right off the baking sheet. And that is because I don't want the bottoms of these cookies to cook any longer than they already have, and I don't want the bottoms to be overcooked. So now we're going to finish baking the rest of the cookies, and then let them cool completely, and then it's time to try one. So all 48 cookies are finished baking and they're finished cooling, so it's time to try one. I can already smell the cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice as these cookies are baking. Oh, they smell so wonderful. So I can take this one. You can see all the milk chocolate chips in there. This is going to be so good. Just open it up there. I'll take a bite. The milk chocolate chips just pair perfectly with pumpkin. And then you can taste the cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice. This tastes so good. They're soft and chewy. For the complete recipe, please go to my website, sconebaking.com. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe for future videos. Thank you for watching.